Hello, boys and girls. Hi. This is Ted. I'm Ted, and this is RidewTed. Welcome back to the channel. Holy crap! Where have I been? Where have I been? Oh my God. Well, as I've explained to you before, it's been cold. I don't like to ride when it's cold, so I don't. Anyway, here we are on a gloriously sunny day. Look at that sky. Oh my gosh. Beautiful sky. Is my camera pointing the right way? It is. Okay. Anyway, yeah, oh my God, it's been cold. Well, by North Carolina standards, it's been cold. And I mean, even today is not really a very warm day. The temperature right now is 57 Fahrenheit. And I believe for you centigrade people, that's like 10, I think. It's a little bit of a nip, but there's no wind blowing. That's the good thing. So that makes the temperatures tolerable. And as you can see, I'm out on the Sporty today. Yep, I'm taking Tuck for a ride. We're on a mission today. Uh-oh, what could that be? But we're on a mission, and I gotta tell you, I don't ordinarily volunteer for things. I just don't. It's not that I don't care. I don't. But I don't volunteer at all for anything. Now, if it's a motorcycle related thing or a bicycle related thing, yeah, all right. If the mood strikes, I will volunteer my time, or perhaps even my services for a cause, right? Perhaps. So what I ended up doing was I saw this event on through a club I belong to, and I'm like, that sounds interesting. And I looked into it further, and it seemed like, hey, this is something I could do, that I could have fun with. As some of you may know, I'm a cyclist, and there was the local bike club had said they're looking for volunteers to be a bike lead for a running race near where I live. Running race as in, guys doing 5K or a marathon, what the case. In this particular case, there is an ultra marathon, a marathon, two marathons, and a 10K and a 5K happening all on the same day. And the bike lead basically just bike rides at a slow pace in front of the lead runner, sort of as a guide to which way to go. Now the course is well marked and directions, and there's plenty of volunteers and people along the way to point which way to go, but they also want bike leads. So I volunteered to be a bike lead. Well, this is a great way for me to get in some miles and just ride someplace different for a change. Well, as I explained to Mrs. Ted, if I ever volunteer for anything again, to please slap me in the head, knock some sense into me for what the hell's wrong with me, right? I have to be there. I have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Which means I have to leave my house by 5:15 in the morning. Okay, so as I said, I volunteered for this stupid event. Well, it's not a stupid event. I just volunteered for this event, and now what I am doing is the organizers have requested that all volunteers, the bike leads, the pacers, and whoever else, come and check out. They're laying out the course today, and come out and check out the course and look at the site, see where blah 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 blah. So I figured with the event happening in 2 days, it might be beneficial for me to know where I am going. So now I'm going to go there and just check the whole thing out. I'm going to ride the course so I know what I'm doing, and hopefully over the course of the 2 hours of the race, I don't lead the runners into the ocean. So as you know, as I've mentioned before, I am returning to Sturgis. One of the things I'm just trying to decide to do is if I should bring Sugar again or if I should bring this bike. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Sugar is the obvious choice, but I don't know. Maybe do something stupid. Bring the Sportster. I'll probably just bring the I'll bring the Heritage. So I started doing a new thing over the past few weeks. I've been working on it and to see if it's something that might be a viable alternative to, well, let's put it this way. In the event that I can't ride, I can't get outside to ride because it's raining or it's too cold or whatever the reason, you know, I started, well, as you guys may or may not know, I'm a gamer. I like to play online games. Mostly it's like a usually battle royale kind of a thing with my brothers. But I've always had an active interest in the MotoGP racing simulators and motorcycle racing simulators. So, in light of that, I've had MotoGP, and I've got this other game called RidewTed, which is, well, it's a racing simulator. So I've been working with it for the past few weeks, and I actually did a video on Twitch, and it was actually pretty good. And so I think it might be something entertaining for you guys. It's fun for me. I have a blast. Like I said, in those cases where I can't get out, or as an addition to my current videos, maybe adding these videos of me doing racing. And what's cool about it is, oh, this is so cool. If you have a console or a PC that you can run one of these two games on, you can compete against me and other people in these races. How freaking cool is that, right? So let's see what happens. I've already done one. I've been practicing and I'm getting pretty good at it, but I did one video last night and I'll probably post it. I don't know if it's going to be before this video or after. You're going to find out any second now. If you guys watch the Motorcycle Men podcast, or listen to the podcast, I should say, I've had a couple great interviews the past few weeks. One of my favorites was the interview with the guys from Janus Motorcycles. Now, if you don't know about Janus Motorcycles, you owe it to yourself to go check them out. That's janusmotorcycles.com. They are these handmade, American-made, modern classic motorcycles that resemble bikes from the 1910s and 1920s. They are absolutely they're gorgeous bikes. They're really great looking bikes. They have the Halcyon 250, the Halcyon 450, and the Griffin 250. And the Griffin 250 is an off-road bike where you can take on dirt roads and things like that. The prices are, they're not too bad. They start at like $6,000 for the Griffin in the $6,000 range. And then you have the Halcyon 250 is right around the same price. The Halcyon 450, well, that can run you up to $13,000, $14,000. And what's cool about them is they're completely customizable. You order the bike online. You order it. They don't have a showroom, unless if you go to Goshen, Indiana, and visit their shop. They can show you some bikes they have on display. But you order your bike. You pick everything about the colors. You pick pinstriping and all that stuff like that. And I've watched a bunch of videos from them, and these guys are taking these bikes, they're throwing knobbies on them, and they're taking them on gravel and dirt roads, which is what I want to do. I want to do that kind of a thing. So, but they're doing that. It's really cool. I mean, you gotta go listen to the interview. But yeah, check it out. Wow, man, really, really cool stuff. If I could get one of those, you could easily do one of the lighter BDRs with it. And you certainly could do a lot of gravel roads with it. And then again, I could always just, you know, buy a used Sportster for $3,000 and throw knobbies on it. It's the completely inappropriate bike for the purpose, correct? That's what we do. But yes, I do have an active interest in getting off-road for a number of reasons, you know, because around here where I live, there are a lot of dirt and gravel roads. And I'm like, I need to explore these, like those. You know, they're just everywhere. And not only that, the Trans-America Trail does not start very far from me. Because when I watch YouTube videos of guys like Nick Adams, who's been on the show, on the podcast several times. He's an author. NickAdamsWriting.com. Check it out. And he rides vintage Moto Guzzi bikes. And he's got a couple other ones. He got rid of the Panther, but he does have a Suzuki Cavalcade. And something else. But anyway, but he does take these bikes out, and he lives in Canada. And many of his rides have him on dirt and gravel roads. And he has one of his favorite bikes to use is a Moto Guzzi Eldorado, 1972. And he has these relatively, not aggressive, but they're kind of knobby. I would say probably they're a 50-50 tire, you know, for road and dirt. And he takes these bikes all over the place on these dirt roads, and I'm like, you know, I don't know if I'm ever going to do a BDR. I'm certainly not going to ride around the world. I don't think I'll ever ride up to Alaska, although that would be freaking cool. But I could at least get some dirt roads, right? Why not? So let's get into some dirt. You know, what kind of dirt riding are you doing? Are you doing any dirt riding? And I don't want to buy a Honda or something like that, and just you know, a build specific motorcycle. I don't want to do that. And because I am a Harley guy, it's kind of like what I want. I can't afford a Pan America, but I will take a Griffin from Janus Motorcycles, and I'll do that. But so, you know, like my friend Del of Del Boy's Garage, he says, yeah, just throw some knobbies on the Sportster and go for it. You know, he's totally, like me, totally in favor of doing any kind of riding on the most inappropriate bike. Specifically, taking a Sportster out on dirt, right? Perfect. one of the other things I did want to bring up is headset communication. What are you guys using? Well, as you know, I've had this conversation with you guys before. For years, I've been using the Sena SMH10 helmet communications. Kind of like their budget model, sort of. And the units that I have used, I still have one. I got the Shake helmet today, but on the other, my carbon helmet, I have the SMH10. As you can see, it's not on this helmet. Why? Because it stopped working. It just stopped working. And the audio is horrible in those things anyway. The SMH10, the audio is just atrocious. So I've been wondering, as much as I would, I can't afford a Cardo, I can't afford the Sena, the 50S, I can't afford that. And so I've been scouting around. I said, well, let's look on Amazon and see what they have on Amazon, right? There are so many on Amazon at affordable prices. I can't help but think, I gotta try one of these. What's the worst? I spend $35 and it doesn't work well? Like, well, as compared to what? I have a baseline right now. I have a baseline, the SMH10. That's my baseline. If it works better than that, we're golden, baby. But there are a couple units that I've looked at that have comparable, if not better, specifications than the SMH10. So I'm thinking, like, if I spend $60 at most and get a headset that will work well, will play music clearly, allow me to communicate with other riders with no problem, clearly, I will spend the money, right? Do I need headset communications? Well, no, I don't. It's not a requirement, right? But because I do like to ride as I do, and because I do take long trips from time to time, I like to have that availability, right? So, again, do I need it? Is it necessary? No, not really. I'm riding today without it. But it's something nice to have. I have my phone, yes, but if I need to make a phone call, whatever, I just stop. If somebody needs to get a hold of me, well, I can always just tap, I'll call you later. Have any of you guys tried any of these budget headset communication units found on Amazon? If you have, oh, please tell me. I really want to know, because I am seriously considering it. Naturally, budget is key. That's key. Budget is key. It's got to be affordable. I'm looking at, I mean units that are well under $100. Like I said, I saw some for $35. So if I can get a unit for that much money and it's good, far out, bro. I'm doing it. But hey, if you've tried one, hey, let me know. That would be cool. All right, now we are approaching the area that I will be doing this bicycle thing in a couple of days. Like I said, I've been this area once, like a year and a half ago. So this is all going to be new to me and you. Let's do it. And go! And the race is on. Okay, so battery died on this GoPro. So, but I rode the whole course, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm right now at the start-finish line, and it's actually getting cold. Okay, so I forgot to plug in my microphone cable, but we're back up and functioning now, and I'm headed back home because it's actually cold. It's getting cold, and I don't want to be down here anymore. But it's nice. It's very nice down here. Heading on home. Well, that's it for now, boys and girls. That's it for now. We're done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Comment, comment down there. I respond. I always do. And that's it. Y'all be good. And I'll keep you posted on the the racing videos, if I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to do that because it's a lot of fun, and I'll share one with you soon, probably after this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with the channel. I've lost a few subscribers, but you know, I guess that happens, right? What are you gonna do? And that's it. I'm cold, so I'm going home, and I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna have myself a cup of tea, and the dinner's gonna happen at some point, so I'm gonna have that too. All right, kids. Talk to you later. You ride safe, and peace out. Rock and roll.